This is the 5th part of the video. Now, I'm going to take the chord shapes to start with, and I'm just going to move them around. Remember, we have 7 pieces, if you will. Yes, there's 5 cage chords, but we've broken the E into 2 halves and the G into 2 halves. You don't have to do that. Of course, you can play however you want. But for this memorization, it makes this very nice. Here's E shapes. This is going to be all in the key of G. Here's the D. Here's the C, A. Here's the 2 halves of the G. So again, we have 2 halves of E. We have the D, C, A, and then the 2 halves of the G. We're going to now take those 7 shapes and have 7 scales for them. Here's the bottom of the E, the top of the E, the D shape, C shape, A shape, bottom of the G shape, top of the G shape. There's all 7 of the scales and all 7 of the chord shapes. Now, there's another way of doing it. Notice I did it all in the key of G. Instead of staying in one key and moving around, I'm going to stay in one position and change key. You kind of saw this last video. So I'm going to stay in this kind of 7th, 8th position area and start on the key of C. Here is the C, F, B flat, E flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Isn't that nice? I stayed in one spot and I played through 7 different keys. I'm going to do this again a little slower. I started with C, with the E shape, A shape, D shape, the top of the G shape, bottom of the G shape, C shape, and the F shape, or top of the E shape. Notice we started with the bottom of the E shape and ended with the top of the E shape, 1 half step up. You can start down here in F sharp if you want and work all the way up playing these as one big giant scale exercise. Good. Practice all these in all the different positions. Try to figure out all the different keys you're in.